Hey everyone, honest Hughie here, and I've been away for a while. I say I've been away for a while. I haven't done a video in a while, and that's just because I've been since Uncharted. I think I watched Uncharted was my last movie. Um, since then, I got a new job. Well, I say a new job. I got some training, and then obviously now I've left that one because that one wasn't for me. It was a bit rubbish to be honest. Um, so yeah, it's been fun, and the main reason why it hasn't been much to review, apart from what I'm going to review today, which I'm definitely obviously I had to. I was debating doing a review of this movie, but I thought I like Batman. That's what's going to be the Batman. I like Batman, and there is a lot to say about it. I was going to review the new one that came out on Disney Plus, um, a Hulu original one, the Fresh, with thingy in it, Bucky. I call him Bucky. Um, but it wouldn't really be worth doing a video about, so I figured, you know what, I'm going to just jump into it and do a video about Batman. And start off, first things first, the main thing everyone's probably wondering is how's Robert Pattinson as Batman? And I've got to say, he is absolutely amazing as Batman. Like, it beats Ben Affleck's. Beats Ben Affleck's, and he even beats Christian Bale's. Like, Christian Bale's was good. And I wasn't keen on Christian Bale how he did the voice too much. There's loads of memes and stuff. My apologies, just chair's creaking like mad right now. I'm not even moving that much really. It's creaking. But Christian Bale, like the way he spoke as Batman, I didn't like. It sounded more like he was having a sore throat, didn't it? And and it was like, well, not as high pitched as that. Um, But Robert Pattinson does have the voice, but it's not as bad. It's more just a sort of grumpy teenage voice. You know, like you sort of, you're not really disguising your voice, but it's like if I just talk like this, and like that. It's like that. Um, Obviously, the main villain in it, we all know from the trailer, the main villain is the Riddler. And I won't say, no, I'm going to say who plays him because I've got it here in front of me. Paul Dano. And if you're wondering who he is, he's out of a movie. Well, he's out of quite a lot of movies that I didn't know. And I haven't watched it yet, but he was in a movie with Daniel Radcliffe where it was a dead body and he was surfing on it and it was farting and stuff. It was a weird movie, but he's been in quite a lot. Like, because when you first see the reveal, like, I'm skipping a bit here, but when you see the reveal near the end, you see the reveal, and the mask comes off. I felt a bit disappointed. I was like, he looks a bit like I don't know, like young for the Riddler. But then when I knew it was, I was like, yes. And it's obviously set in a certain time. You get why. So it's pretty much. I'll get into the movie. It's pretty much like the Origami Killer. Best way to describe this movie: it's a proper detective movie. And I've got to say, I've got to look at the names. I've got it in front of me. That's why I'm recording like this. Colin Farrell was in it. I didn't even know it was him playing the Penguin. How did I not know it was him? I probably would know now I know, but I didn't know it was Colin Farrell playing the Penguin. And Zoe Kravitz. Sorry, I can't say. I'm just going to say Zoe. She's Selena Kyle. She's awesome as Catwoman. Like, I want to see a lot more of that. And really, the main thing of this movie that shines for me is Robert Pattinson. Um, even has the when he puts the mask on. Do you remember Kick-Ass? Where Nicolas Cage used to put the eyeliner on, didn't he? As much as I don't really like Nicolas Cage, but he put the mask on and he put eyeliner on underneath it, like he put the panda eyes on, and they do it in this movie, like it's proper done, where he's painted, and it's for multi-use because there's scenes where he doesn't have the suit on, like he's infiltrating Penguin's club, and he doesn't need that suit on because he still has all the moves and stuff. He just needs to. He wants to find Falcone. That's why he infiltrates Penguin's club, and he doesn't need his suit on, so he takes his suit off, and he just goes in like as a sort of civilian and kind of gets past the dumb bodyguards, which is Tweedledee and Tweedledum. So we think they are like the legit names, and pretty much he goes like straight in and hacks in it, and he looks even better with a mask off. Um, he plays a really good Bruce Wayne. There's a lot of hints. I was a little bit under the weather, which is why I haven't really made a videos because I've been sick as well. Um, there's been that flu going around. Nah, yeah. Guess what? I got it. That's the only bloody thing I got. That's all I got from that course I did. Paid and then sick, infected. But like I say, it was really good. And him going in a club and like him playing Bruce Wayne worked because this is what I was getting into before I got distracted. Is there's so many Easter eggs in it from surprisingly of all the Batman games, Arkham Origins, which makes sense because it's set before um it's set definitely set before Arkham Knight. And it's definitely set before Arkham City. But it's set during that time, so it's like if you're gonna go off the games, it's set after Arkham Asylum, but during Arkham Origins, which is weird. But because Arkham Asylum, everyone says is at, even though it shows them first time meeting the Joker, there's a deleted scene which kind of it does a little bit with Uncharted does, but it does it right, where it's put a few films in one. Not a lot, but like a few. No, I'll rephrase it. It's its own movie, but it's put a lot of Easter eggs in. There we go. That's a better way of saying it. Like there's a cut Joker scene. I'd say YouTube it, and you see him, and he's like, it's like he is in the second Batman game where he's took the Titan, and it's gone off, and he's all like his skin's all watered and all burnt. Now I don't know, and he looks sick. Like that's the main thing that made me realise that they must have gone down. I hope so, because I'd love to see a Titan movie. That'd be amazing. But I do like the detective side of it, so I wouldn't mind him doing another movie where he's solving murders and showing how clever he is and delve into his family a bit more like we're doing that. It is intriguing. And the guy that picked for Falcone, John Toronto, he's plays Falcone, the guy out of blooming nigh on every Adam Sandler movie back in the 90s. And he was, I think he's the one out of Transformers. I'm not sure if it's him or not. And also Andy Serkis as Alfred is absolutely amazing. I don't need this now. It's absolutely awesome. Like, I didn't think anyone can top, in my opinion, the guy who plays Alfred out of Gotham. It's sad, to top him because he's just awesome. And he was out of Dog Soldiers. But no, Andy Serkis, definitely. Honestly, I knew it'd be good. I knew it'd be good with him and Robert Pattinson. I just knew the chemistry between them would be absolutely spot on. And it was. The reason I'm on about Arkham Origins, this reminds me, is there's a certain scene where I felt a bit like it was just there, like I didn't quite twig on. But again, it's an Easter egg. It's also just Bruce Wayne being grumpy as per. He turns and says to Alfred, Alfred says something along the lines like, I'm not trying to be your father or something like that. And he does a sort of Spider-Man thing. Oh, well, stop, a bit like stop trying to be, you're not my father sort of thing. And I thought it was a bit harsh. Like, it was a bit much considering, like, Alfred literally trained him up and helped him to fight and, gave, he's, he wouldn't be Batman without Alfred. No Batman without Alfred, in my opinion. And main thing is, leave Alfred alone. I like Alfred. He offered him food as well, and he rejects his food. He's mean to him, but there's a certain scene that makes up for all of it. I won't spoil it, but there's a certain scene makes up for it all. And yeah, I'm looking forward to what to do with the second one. It's definitely going to be a second one. There's now a Riddler cult, and the whole thing. What was it before? There was a thing, wasn't there, where I think in the Christian Bale ones, where he used to say, "I'm vengeance," didn't he? I'm just so where he first started in the first one, where he was saying he was justice and vengeance, but this like is him realizing he's not just vengeance, he's not just darkness. Like this movie is really good at showing the dark and gritty Batman, but it's gone like an opposite. So like where usually to show him trying to save people and he can't, that type of thing, and then he realizes he has to sometimes cross that line of like the last Batman one with Christian Bale before we had Bane, where he killed Two Face, and he was like, oh, I have to be the light and the dark. Well, here he hasn't killed anyone, but he's dark. Like he's that Batman where he's knocked teeth out of people, he's broke the fingers. Gordon doesn't know it's Bruce Wayne either. The guy who plays Gordon's amazing as well. And no one knows who Batman is really, apart from Alfred. No one knows. So it's that type of struggling to keep his identity. So he feels like he's very like he's not bad, but he's not good. As much as he's solving his crime, the only reason he's really solving it, obviously, he thinks people need to pay for his vengeance, like he says. But the main reason is Riddler's writing to him in letters. That's why he's able to go on the crime scenes and he knows Gordon. But the main thing is, what he learns throughout this movie is, like I said, it's opposite. He learns he is the light in the dark as well as the dark. Like he's the black of night, but light of day sort of thing. The best way to say it. I think that was like a Batman thing. No, black of night. That was the thing. And it's kind of like quite refreshing for it to end on a sort of him realizing he's better than he is. Like he can be better. He can actually just help people. Like something happens at the end that the Riddler does, which I think is amazing. I mean, you obviously seen the meme where he goes, "No, ah!" That's honestly so good. Like I say, the scene where they cut out the movie with the Joker. I can see why, because I was disappointed in the fact. I get it, if he's had to tighten stuff, it makes sense. But he hardly has any hair. Obviously, everyone likes the iconic lime green, slick back hair. Even when he looked sick in the games, his hair was a bit patchy, but he had a good head of it. Um, Whereas this movie, it's not as bad as Gotham, where they just give him like a strand and he looks like a zombie. But this, like, it was done quite well because it was done like he was helping Batman as well. It probably be on a DVD extended. But like I say, that was just a cut scene and it was cool, but it didn't need to be in. But yeah, so I can't wait to see what to do. And I'm looking forward to another one. And I want more Penguin. Yes, please. And on this note, I shall end the video here. I think I've covered everything. And the Batmobile's awesome in it, as per. It's indestructible, as per. But before I go, the soundtrack is unreal. Soundtrack is awesome. And yeah, that's it. I will see you in the next video. Not sure what I'm going to review next, but it's a couple of movies I need to watch. And I'll have my camera on my stand, so I'm not wobbling like this. Righty, I will see you later. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye! If I can get it to stop recording.